Dukect here, back once again this Friday evening. Listen to you live here on the Dukect Lounge. And the phone number is, as always, is 724-444-7444. Next, the number is 724-444-7444. The call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, it's 92417. Now, today on the Dukect Lounge, I'm going to be talking about the, WWE branching out again. As there's rumors, there's been a couple of rumors now that it is confirmed that the WWE is now basically doing a new Saturday morning television show. And honestly, I like this. I'm honestly surprised they stopped doing it, doing stuff like Livewire or anything else like that. I think it's a great way to expose the product to the younger members of the WWE universe or what have you. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a really good idea. And hopefully it can expand on storylines and such, and for people who can't stay up for the whole 3 hours of Raw, SmackDown, or what have you. And it's going to be called Vortex. Not bad. And I'm hopeful that it will probably have some matches here. Some matches and such, hopefully good ones, so the kids won't be like, oh my God, this is all horrible, I won't want to watch it again, that sort of thing. But I do think it's a good idea. No, that's the children. I'm sorry. Saban brand will launch a new children's programming called Vortex. That's the whole new CW children's block at Saturday morning cartoons will be called Vortex, and the WWE show will be called WWE Saturday Morning Slam. And I think it's a good idea. I mean, it's something that the WWE has been missing for the past couple of years. I'm surprised they haven't done so in a good long while. I mean, I don't know why they canceled Livewire. Maybe it was financial reasons. Maybe they didn't think they can get the audience that they can get now. I think, like I said, I think it's a really good idea. It's a great way for the WWE to, like I said, to really get something for the young kids, get them hooked on stuff. Because remember back in the day, Livewire, Superstars, you even had WCW, I think, what was it? It wasn't WCW Saturday night. It was WCW, somewhat Saturday morning, what have you. I mean, they used to do that, and I think that's really is missing. And I hope that with this, hopefully they can, like I said, get some blood in the fan bases and such. Which, but then again, the problem is, do kids actually watch Saturday morning cartoons and such? I mean, seriously, the only stuff, it's not as prominent, or what have you, as, as it once was. But do kids actually still watch the Saturday mornings at CW? I don't know. And if they do, I don't know. I don't know anyone who does. Like I said, I'm not even in their age bracket, so. But anyway, I hope it works because again, they are trying to get the young children and such right there. I mean, 40, like I say, they said Eric Pankowski, I can't pronounce his name. Eric Pankowski, Senior Vice President of the WWE Creative Department. He says, quote, children make up a huge, huge component of our audience. And it makes basically, it says, and he said also about 40% of the people who attend live WWE events bring their children, their kids. So, yeah, I think it's, like I said, a good idea. I don't think it's going to, I think hopefully it works, but I'm leaning towards, I want to wish that maybe why couldn't they put superstars at that point, WWE superstars there. Why do they have to produce a show, a separate entity show? But then again, there's actually, believe it or not, there's going to be another show, WWE main event, that's going to be on the Ion channel. I don't know why they're going to do that. To me, it's too much. I mean, personally, I think they should just put superstars on their kids show or something. Superstars. On CW, kids, whatever, call it Vortex, what have you, and have WWE basically have WWE main event, because they are going to have another show on the Ion Network, but, I just feel like they're stretching too thin, and, Raw is 3 hours, and I wonder, why aren't they supposed to have their storyline stuff on Monday Night Raw? I mean, they can't always show film. I mean, they can't always show recaps and stuff. Instead of recaps, they could show, matches and, feuds of all the other competitors. Would be nice. Instead of actually outsourcing that to the point of, other shows that people may or may not watch. People who do watch are going to be only, low end, like say only 500,000 or 1 million people are going to watch, but not as the high frequency of Monday Night Raw. But like I said, back to the main point, new Saturday morning show, I agree with. I wish it was superstars because it would have been easier to just put that show online to everything, put it on the CW kids, which I think they're going to probably eventually do anyway. But it seems like this is another waste of money for WWE. That's just my personal opinion, because I could be wrong. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm not leaving you yet. But coming up, I'll be talking about, some TNA, and I want to talk about Hardcore Justice a bit. I already previewed the matches, so again, I'm sorry once again. I actually thought, first off, I have to apologize. I thought that I thought that Hardcore Justice was last week, but then it's this week. But I have a couple points I have to talk about Hardcore Justice, and I'll be right back here, the Dukect Lounge, to give you my thoughts on it. And we are back live here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me. The phone number, as always, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. The call ID to connect to me at Dukect is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Thank you once again for joining me here on the Dukect Lounge. Let's get one thing straight. Personally, again, there's a lot of problems here. A lot of problems here with the WWE doing this. One thing I think is going to be an issue, because I'll get to TNA Hardcore Justice for a minute, but I need to get this one thing straightened out. Slow thing. It says, look at this. You have WWE playing these movies, albums, have its own network, 3-hour live show every Monday that moves around the entire country, 12 pay-per-views a year, half-hour kids show, a show on Ion, which I've talked about, the WWE main event, NXT, Superstars, SmackDown, their own YouTube channel, and house shows. Yeah, I think that's a smidge much. They have to cut something. They need to cut some of that. They have a lot of fat they need to cut. Hopefully, hopefully they can find a way to manage this. If not, this thing is basically going to fall like a house of cards. I hope not, but, hey, if you put all this other stuff together, it's just going to blow up in their face. If you try to cram all this stuff in, yeah, it's going to blow up in your face. Anyway, let's get into TNA now, shall we? TNA Hardcore Justice. TNA Hardcore Justice. I already went through what matches and such. I'm going to look at, everything else. Looks good, a good pay-per-view, and I really think it's going to be good. But you know what the problem is? I just, honestly, one of the main problems I have is that, honestly, Austin Aries, the new TNA champion, has been very overshadowed. And don't get me wrong, I like the Aces and Eight storyline. I think they're really, I think it's good, even though, last Impact was a bit subpar, but I do like the way they're trying to do something. I'm still intrigued by it. But I have to say, but you know what? I just feel, personally, that the champion has been it has been underexposed. He's been overlooked. This Austin Aries had defeated the longest reigning world champion in TNA history. He is, that's what he's like. He was the best. How badly he was booked. He was a long reigning champion. This should be a big deal. Instead, I feel like he's playing second banana and such. And even still, I like the people here, but I just feel like, honestly, he's becoming more forgettable and such. I just feel like, honestly, it's just buying time to this reveal. I'm really hopeful that after the whole 8 and 8 thing comes out, after summer, after the summer, I really hope that TNA looks at, you know what, we need to focus on our scenarios. But they are doing some good things. Hopefully, Kevin King wins his X Division championship. I'm hopeful that, because I like him, but man, he needs to get some. I think, honestly, I have Kenny King win the title for, hopefully hold on for a while. Then have Zion beat him, but then have next year you have Jesse Sorensen come back. Hopefully he's 110% ready to take bumps or what have you. Have him take what have you, and beat Zion for the belt. Have a long, come this close, be the second guy to come close to win the TNA belt, but can't do it, what have you. Comes like, like how Rocky is, the first Rocky movie. I mean, yeah, he lost, but it's about the try. He lasted 10 rounds. He went the distance. He came so close. And you may not won, but you know what? You're like, man, he's going to be something to watch out in the future. Which I always did like Justice Source. I think he could be something really good. But anyway, you know what was actually really bothering me is the Knockouts division. And, man, it is legitimately very thin. I mean, you have Brooke Tessmacher. I think Brooke Tessmacher is actually good. I think she's actually really talented. You have Tara, you have Madison Rain, you have Mickey James, you have Gail Kim. That's all they have, and it's a shame. And I think they need to get some people in there. Hopefully, Serena and Rosa, Winter and ODB, or someone comes back, or what have you. I think that's what it is. I hope that they start, because I think the way the WWE divas right now are being focused and pushed, which is basically non-existent. They're basically non-existent. But I think the best way to do this, is to, just say, you know what, we have something over the WWE. We have a great divas knockout division. Like it once before did. Get some indie hire, get some people in the indies, start really get people in there, and have like really credible division. Because they have been once before. And same thing for the tag team belts, Just feel like, honestly, that Taz and Kaz are really doing good with each other, but seriously, it's just like, honestly, they're just doing nothing. They're just waiting until the whole AJ Styles thing, Claire Lynch stuff, which is just dragging the whole company down. I just hopefully when this whole aces and eights thing gets sorted out, the TNA can start focusing more on the tag teams and the knockouts division, because those are the two things that WWE are lacking. And there is no excuse. I mean, I have at least an excuse for TNA because they have, one show. They basically have one show to feature all these elements. They may have stuff on their YouTube channel, but nationwide, that's it. TNA, Impact Wrestling, and that's how they feature them. That's it. WWE, there is no excuse. Because they have 3 hours on Raw and 2 hours on SmackDown. You can't tell me that they can't feature a really meaningful tag division without doing the same old singles competition or what have you. One of the tag team guys facing another, facing tag teams like they did with just primetime players and such. Just honestly, can't they have other? I mean, they have the Usos. Why aren't they having them having matches? The Usos come out because they got some people. Hey, they had a great dance with Rikishi a couple weeks ago, or before Rock 1000. I think it'd be nice if they actually, did something. Have a couple matches with, say, Rex and Hawkins. Besides being Ryback father. That sort of thing. Being completely wasted with Ryback. I think that's would be nice. And Himiko and Hunico and Camacho. That would be really nice. Use them as a team or something, and I don't know, have a mix-up team, like say, like maybe Alex Riley and Zack Ryder. Those guys ain't doing nothing. Put them in the tag division. Do have them. Let's see what they can do. That sort of thing. And really start having a real fun tag division. They can do this. They have 5 hours and numerous other programs. It could really help build up a tag team and really can help build up the Divas division because they do have a lot of female talent. I mean, they have the opportunities, but WWE doesn't do it for whatever reason. Instead, they want to film recaps. TNA, I'll give a leeway because they have 2 hours to fill, and they have been doing a 2-hour show a lot better. They're focusing on the Aces and Eights, and they're focusing on the TNA World Championship right now. But a little time for the exhibition. Even though sometimes they're focusing on, say, I don't know, Robbie E. I have no idea why they're focusing on Robbie E. for whatever reason. Seriously, why is Robbie E. getting this much attention? I don't know what they see in him. I don't know what TNA sees in that guy, but just bothers me how he's getting pushed. Anyway, that's it for me. It's 23 minutes, a bit short. But anyway, you know what? I didn't much to talk about. Anyway, that's all for me. Anyway, that's it for me. It's Dukect here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all next, and hopefully I'll be back next week. I will be back next week, but also hopefully my TNA Slammiversary 10 review will be done. Also, my Marine 2 review will be done as well. Anyway, hopefully you guys will like those reviews when they come up, and thank you very much for listening, and thank you much for subscribing on YouTube and on my Blip account. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Hey, this is Dukect here. Like I said, peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.